All right. We are now going to hear from a completely delusional Trump supporter on the topic of tariffs. She says that tariffs are freedom. She doesn't know anything about this issue. But remember when Trump said he loved the poorly educated? I'm not making fun of this woman, but one of the reasons we explained that Trump loves the poorly educated is that the well-educated aren't going to fall for his nonsense. The well-educated aren't going to say, oh, the tariffs do make sense. No, they're not. So let's listen to this economic analyst, and I use that term extraordinarily loosely, and then we will talk about the claims that she makes.
Truly wish more people understood the tariffs that President Trump is implementing. I wish more people knew what kind of freedom that's going to give the American people.
Okay. Tariffs aren't freedom. Tariffs are a tax. That's all that they are. And if normal income taxes aren't freedom, then tariffs also aren't freedom. Tariffs are taxes on imported goods. They're paid by the importer here in the United States. They're passed down to consumers through higher prices. When Trump implements tariffs, you just pay more at the store for the same stuff. That's not freedom. It's less buying power. Tariffs can be useful in narrow contexts if you want to protect a particular fledgling industry temporarily, but broad, sweeping tariffs like Trump's, they hurt the whole economy. They promote retaliatory tariffs, which we're already seeing. It damages exports. That hurts farmers. It hurts manufacturers. All right, let's continue.
President Trump is trying to use these tariffs to get rid of taxes.
No, he's not. This is not how the federal government works. Tariffs don't replace income taxes or other forms of taxation. And in fact, tariffs bring in a really small portion of federal revenue. Even before you go back to before the income tax was instituted in 1913, government was tiny. It didn't do much. No Social Security, no Medicare, no highways, no defense infrastructure. Tariffs right now make up less than 2% of federal revenue. You can't fund the federal government, even in a bare bones way, on tariffs alone. And Trump, although once he said we might be able to someday get rid of taxes with tariffs, he's not actually proposing to do that. The idea is a complete and total fantasy.
And I'm telling you guys, he is very smart. That's how the country was ran before taxes.
She says that the country was ran before taxes on tariffs. At best, that's a half truth. Before the 16th Amendment in 1913, we didn't have a federal income tax. That's because the government didn't provide most of the services that we rely on today. No income tax meant no Medicare, no Medicaid, no EPA, no federal funding of public schools, no FEMA, no VA hospitals, no food safety regulations, no modern government. And I know that there are some who still say, I'd love to go back to when the government just did less. But the idea that we can go back to a 19th century taxation model while keeping anything acceptable, reasonably acceptable in terms of 21st century service, it's like a nostalgia-fueled misinformation bomb.
I truly have a hard time understanding how anybody could be against that. I understand maybe not liking him, but who could be against getting rid of taxes? Who is against having more money in your pocket? The only people that could be against that are the people who has truly never paid taxes.
The people who has never paid. So a couple things, who could be against getting rid of taxes, she says. You can't have functioning infrastructure, military, public safety, social programs without taxes. Most people don't love paying taxes, but most people understand why taxes exist. And it's a matter of figuring out what should the tax rate be and what should it be spent on. Even most sort of tax skeptical right-wingers who argue for lower taxes aren't arguing to eliminate taxes altogether because that would crash the entire system. She also loves this. Only people who have never paid taxes would be against getting rid of them. This is such a condescending straw man. Many of Trump's critics right now do pay taxes, and they oppose his policies because the policies don't reduce their taxes. They're just tariffs. It's a tax on imports. That's why they're against them. Tariffs have increased costs on consumer goods in the past. And they hurt industries like agriculture. We saw it during Trump's first term. Farmers lost access to foreign markets because of the retaliatory tariffs. This is a textbook case of economic populism built on false premises. Let's listen to just the last few seconds of this insanity.
Before you complain and talk about how terrible it is, give him the opportunity to show you. I hope all you guys are having a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day here in the state of Kentucky.
Yeah. Tariffs are not a path to freedom. The modern American government can't run on tariffs. The trade policy that Trump is pushing will hurt many Americans, including the rural voters who supported him. And of course, eliminating taxes while expanding services is a sort of math-free fantasy. This is why a lot of people aren't yet turning on Trump, because they've convinced themselves with the sort of logic or lack thereof that this woman is pushing, that this is all going to be a great thing for them, when of course it's very clearly not. The hope is that Trump bails, says, praise me for putting out the fire I started, and things sort of settle down. As of this moment, rumors that Trump would put a 90-day pause on the tariffs have not come to fruition. Maybe by the time you hear today's show, that will have happened, maybe by tomorrow. But for now, it's all looking extraordinarily grim. But thanks to defenders like this woman, who don't have a clue what is going on, at least for now, Trump gets to keep his base's support. After researching, writing, refining, The Echo Machine, my book, is finally out. This is not just a book about how American politics got so broken. It's also about what's happening right now and what we can still do to stop things from getting worse. Trump's been back in power. The results have been even more catastrophic than many feared, with targeting of political opponents and gutting democratic institutions, laying the groundwork to even further consolidate power. But the thing is that none of this is inevitable. The same forces that brought us here can be countered if we understand how they work and what to do about them. And that's what The Echo Machine is all about. Some say that without corporate media backing, books like this can't succeed. I think we can prove them wrong. You can get The Echo Machine right now at davidpakman.com/echo on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Audible, Kindle, or by calling any local bookstore and asking them to order it. This book is more important than ever. If you care about what happens next, and I do, check out The Echo Machine today at davidpakman.com/echo.